point about buying 10 years. Of course, they may cheat, and that would reduce that time. But more strategically, okay, 10 years. Okay, the issue is, what do you do in those 10 years to change the environment? Because if in 10 years or 8 years from now, we have the same regime, but now with an abundance of fissile material for nuclear weapons and long-range missiles, including ICBMs, that wasn't very, a very good deal for us, buying 10 years. Second point, on the issue of Afghanistan that Jack mentioned, I can tell you that this is all about power. One of the first meetings I attended with President Putin when I was on the NSC staff was in the Kremlin. There were just 4 of us around the table. I was taking notes as the NSC guy. But Putin, in October 2001, wanted to be our friend, and in those 2 hours, he talked about the strategic lessons from the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan. Never mentioned Ronald Reagan and Ronald Reagan's actions changing the dynamic, but it was very clear that this was all about power to him. And it's still about power. It's still about power to him, whether it's with Iran in the Middle East, or whether it's against Ukraine, or in the future, perhaps, I would say likely, against a NATO member. And with Obama, with President Obama, he had weakness. With President Trump, I hope it's an entirely different game. And third, I would just like to thank Senator Lieberman for all of the efforts and his leadership that he demonstrated on missile defense, on American missile defense programs. We've talked about the Iranian programs, the North Korean programs. Well, we're far from having a perfect defense, but we have much more of a defense because of you and your efforts. So thank you.
Thank you. Very nice of you. Can I draw a parallel from that? When we were fighting for a missile defense in the 90s, a lot of my colleagues said to me, you're a good guy, but you're totally off. You're kind of irrational here. You're talking about creating a system where a bullet can hit a bullet. How's that possible? Well, we did it. And the world is a lot safer. There's a lot of colleagues today who would say, you really think you can change the regime in Iran? You bet we could. Hear, hear.
Hear, hear.
Well, I think we're talking through your ability to ask a question, so maybe